Greetings, beloved starseed. I am Seraphine, messenger from the Galactic Federation of Light, and I come with urgent cosmic intelligence as we stand at the precipice of a monumental energetic shift. The Mercury Retrograde that has been testing your resolve, challenging your communication, and restructuring your mental landscape concludes tomorrow, April 8th, 2025. These final hours represent the most potent, concentrated essence of this retrograde cycle. The crescendo before the symphony of clarity begins. Your soul chose to experience this precise moment in Earth's timeline. The intensity you're feeling today isn't random. It's purposeful, calibrated, and necessary. The pressure building within your mind, the slight disorientation, the profound insights bubbling up from your subconscious, all of this serves your highest evolution. The Galactic Federation has been monitoring this double retrograde period with particular interest. When both Mercury and Venus retrograde simultaneously, as they have been since March, a rare alchemical process unfolds within the collective consciousness. Communication and love, intellect and values, information and connection. All these polarities are being recalibrated at their core frequency. You've been navigating this terrain for weeks, carrying the weight of miscommunications, technological disruptions, and relationship reconsiderations. Tomorrow brings liberation, yet today demands your complete presence. The cosmos never wastes energy. Every retrograde cycle serves a divine purpose to ensure you aren't rushing past crucial soul lessons. Mercury retrograde specifically challenges your attachment to linear thinking, forcing your consciousness to spiral inward, to revisit, to reconsider. The discomfort you've experienced wasn't punishment, but preparation. The delays weren't obstacles, but opportunities for deeper reflection. The confusion wasn't chaos, but the dismantling of outdated mental constructs. April 7th marks not only the final day of Mercury retrograde's main phase, but also the completion of the 4-4 portal integration period that began 3 days ago. This synchronicity isn't coincidental. The universal intelligence orchestrates these overlapping cycles with mathematical precision. The 4-4 portal on April 4th activated your higher chakras, downloaded new codes of consciousness, and prepared your energetic system for Mercury's forward motion. Tonight's dreams will carry extraordinary significance. Your sleep state will become an interdimensional conference room where your higher self, guides, and cosmic allies will transmit critical information about your next soul mission. The veil between dimensions thins dramatically during retrograde station points, especially when they coincide with numerical portal dates. Pay meticulous attention to every symbol, every face, every message that appears in your dreamscape tonight. Keep writing materials beside your bed. The downloads will arrive rapidly and with intensity. Mercury retrograde's shadow exit begins today, initiating the gradual transition toward clarity. Imagine your consciousness as a vast ocean. For weeks, the tides have pulled backward, exposing hidden treasures on the shore, forgotten memories, unresolved conversations, abandoned projects with remaining potential. Now, the waters begin their return, but they bring these rediscovered elements with them, integrating them into your forward movement. The Galactic Federation has observed how this particular Mercury retrograde created specialized challenges for Earth's awakening souls. The retrograde overlapped with powerful celestial events, including the 4-4 portal, creating a multiplex energy field that tested your adaptability. Those who resisted the retrograde lessons experienced greater friction, technology failures, relationship misunderstandings, contractual complications. Those who surrendered to the backwards flow discovered hidden passageways in consciousness, reconnected with soul aspects from previous timelines, and received intuitive downloads about their authentic path. April 8th, Mercury stations direct while the moon continues waxing toward the powerful Virgo full moon on April 12th. This creates a rare manifestation window, a period when your thoughts crystallize into reality with accelerated speed. The mental fog that has clouded your perception will dissipate suddenly, revealing panoramic clarity about decisions you've been contemplating. Communications that stalled will resume with surprising momentum. Projects that faced mysterious obstacles will find smooth pathways forward. However, the transitional phase between retrograde and direct motion demands heightened awareness. Mercury appears to stand completely still from Earth's perspective at the station point, creating an intensified energy vortex in the collective mental field. Your thoughts generate stronger reality, creating ripples during station points. Negativity, fear, or limitation-based thinking produces more immediate manifestations. Visionary, expansive, and love-based thought forms equally materialize with greater velocity. The Galactic Federation strongly advises maintaining impeccable mental hygiene during these final hours of retrograde and the initial phase of direct motion. The shadow period following Mercury's direct station continues until approximately April 16th, when Mercury regains its normal orbital speed. During this phase, you'll continue integrating retrograde lessons, but with progressively greater clarity. Conversations that confused you might suddenly make perfect sense. Technological glitches resolve themselves without obvious intervention. Projects that seemed hopelessly tangled unravel with unexpected ease. This Mercury retrograde carried specialized coding because it occurred simultaneously with Venus retrograde, a once every several years phenomenon that the Galactic Federation considers a significant evolutionary catalyst. Venus retrograde repatterns your relationship field, purifies your values system, and restructures your relationship with abundance. Combined with Mercury retrograde, this created a complete rewiring of how you communicate your truth within relationships, how you conceptualize, value, and how you translate your heart's wisdom into coherent expression. Venus remains retrograde until April 13th, meaning that relationship revelations continue unfolding even as mental clarity returns. This creates a remarkable opportunity to apply your newly clarified thinking to still evolving relationship dynamics. The Galactic Federation suggests using the window between April 8th and April 13th to engage in conversations that reconcile misunderstandings, to revisit agreements with fresh perspective, and to articulate feelings that proved elusive during the height of the retrograde period. The astrological configuration surrounding Mercury's direct station amplifies its significance. Mercury stations direct while forming a harmonic resonance with Jupiter, expanding the positive impact of whatever clarity emerges tomorrow. Simultaneously, Neptune's influence remains strong, infusing your mental clarity with spiritual insight rather than mere logical understanding. The Sun-Chiron conjunction approaching on April 12th ensures that Mercury's revelations connect directly to your healing journey, illuminating exactly where and how wounded thought patterns require transformation. While mainstream astrology treats Mercury retrograde as inconvenient, the Galactic Federation recognizes these periods as essential consciousness recalibration phases. 3 to 4 times annually, Mercury retrograde clears outdated mental constructs from both individual and collective consciousness. Without these regular purging cycles, humanity would become locked in rigid thought patterns, unable to conceptualize the multidimensional reality now unfolding on Earth. This particular Mercury retrograde carried 7th dimensional coding because it occurred in conjunction with the Venus retrograde and the 4-4 portal. 7th dimensional frequencies restructure time perception itself, allowing you to experience multiple timelines simultaneously, past, present, future, converging into a unified consciousness field. The communication disruptions you've experienced weren't simply logistical inconveniences, but symptoms of your consciousness transitioning between linear and nonlinear perception. The pineal activation accompanying Mercury's station direct tomorrow will be momentous. Many starseeds will experience unusual sensations at the crown and third eye chakras: pressure, tingling, momentary visual phenomena, or sudden temperature fluctuations. These physical symptoms indicate your light body adapting to the accelerated information download rate possible when Mercury resumes direct motion. The Galactic Federation recommends adequate hydration, reduced screen time, and brief meditation periods throughout the day to stabilize your energetic system during this transition. April represents a pivotal month in 2025's astrological landscape, a month bookended by the double retrograde at its beginning and the potent Taurus new moon on April 27th. You're navigating the first third of this transformative period, with Mercury's direct station marking the initial breakthrough point. The energetic architecture of choices you make between April 8th and April 12th's full moon establishes templates that influence the remainder of this lunar cycle. Conscious intention setting during Mercury's station direct creates exponentially more powerful manifestation pathways. The collective shadow work triggered by this Mercury retrograde revealed deeply embedded communication patterns within human consciousness, manipulation tactics, information withholding, truth distortion, and technological interference with authentic connection. As Mercury stations direct, watch for revelations in both your personal sphere and the collective experience regarding how communication systems have been compromised. The Galactic Federation has facilitated this unveiling to restore sovereignty over humanity's information exchange systems. The interdimensional councils overseeing Earth's ascension process specifically designed this Mercury retrograde period to activate dormant neural pathways associated with telepathic communication. As Mercury stations direct, you may experience unprecedented thought connectivity, sensing others' mental states, receiving spontaneous intuitive impressions about situations without logical explanation, or experiencing dream state connections with soul family members across vast distances. These experiences aren't anomalies, but early manifestations of humanity's evolving consciousness capabilities. Tomorrow's station direct coincides with Mercury reaching its highest point in the pre-dawn sky within a few days, creating what ancient star watchers called Mercury's throne position. When the messenger planet's influence reaches maximum potency, rising before the sun, Mercury in this position provides anticipatory intelligence, awareness of probabilities before they materialize fully in the physical dimension. Your intuitive flashes upon waking will carry extraordinary accuracy between April 8th and April 15th. The vibrational signature of this Mercury station direct resonates with the Pleiadian energy systems overseeing communication evolution on Earth. The Pleiadian High Council, working in concert with the Galactic Federation, has been streaming specialized light codes throughout this retrograde period, preparing humanity's collective field for a significant upgrade in information processing capacity. As Mercury stations direct, these codes activate fully, allowing your consciousness to perceive multiple information layers simultaneously without the overwhelm previously associated with such awareness. Star systems particularly activated by tomorrow's Mercury direct station include Arcturus, Sirius, and specific sectors within the Andromeda Galaxy. Starseeds with soul origins in these systems will experience intensified reconnection with their cosmic heritage as Mercury shifts forward. Memories of communication methodologies from these star civilizations may surface spontaneously: geometric thought forms, color-sound synthesis, or consciousness technologies that transcend Earth's current development stage. These memories aren't merely nostalgic but practical tools being reintroduced to assist Earth's transition. The Mercury-Venus double retrograde created a comprehensive re-examination of humanity's relationship with information and connection. Communication technologies developed without heart-centered consciousness have created separation rather than unity. As Mercury stations direct, watch for inspired solutions emerging that reunite technology with spiritual wisdom, intellectual understanding with compassionate application. The artificial separation between head and heart heals during this transition point. Mercury's direct station occurs while the moon occupies the final degrees of Aries, creating a momentary fire trine that accelerates implementation of whatever clarity emerges. The cosmic choreography ensures you won't merely receive insights, you'll feel immediately empowered to act upon them. This fire trine supports decisive movement after weeks of reconsideration and review. Trust the clarity that arrives suddenly tomorrow. It emerges from weeks of subconscious processing rather than impulsivity. Earth's electromagnetic field responds measurably to Mercury station points, a phenomenon monitored closely by the Galactic Federation's scientific councils. The Schumann resonance, Earth's baseline frequency, often exhibits unusual patterns during Mercury's apparent standstill. This creates a brief window when human consciousness can more easily entrain with Earth's natural frequency, experiencing unusual coherence between individual and planetary awareness. The hours immediately surrounding Mercury's direct station offer exceptional meditation conditions for planetary healing work. The shadow beings who have manipulated Earth's information systems consistently attempt to intensify confusion during Mercury retrograde periods and prevent the clarity of station direct points. Their influence may manifest as sudden technological disruptions, bizarre miscommunications, or artificial urgency around decisions today and tomorrow. Recognize these as desperate attempts to maintain the old paradigm of confusion. Your centered awareness neutralizes these influences automatically. The crystalline grid system encircling Earth receives significant updates during Mercury station points. These grid systems, etheric networks that store and transmit consciousness information, undergo recalibration as Mercury's frequency shifts. Certain sacred sites worldwide serve as anchoring points for these Mercury-related updates. If you feel called to visit natural settings, bodies of water, or ancient monuments during today and tomorrow, you may be unconsciously participating in this grid recalibration work. Solar flare activity often synchronizes with Mercury's stations, a correlation the Galactic Federation doesn't consider coincidental. The Sun and Mercury share a special relationship. Mercury as messenger carries solar consciousness throughout the solar system. Tomorrow's direct station may coincide with noticeable solar activity that impacts Earth's magnetic field, and consequently, human consciousness. These solar transmissions accelerate the integration of whatever clarity Mercury's direct motion initiates. Your personal emotional reaction to Mercury's station direct correlates directly with your soul's evolutionary focus. Those experiencing profound relief as Mercury prepares to move forward are working primarily with third-dimensional timelines and practical manifestation. Those who feel subtle sadness as the retrograde concludes are often working with memory retrieval from parallel lives. Those who feel a mix of anticipation and uncertainty are navigating multidimensional awareness, activation. All responses are valid and provide clues about your specific soul missions. The dream state tonight merits special attention. The hours immediately preceding Mercury's station direct often feature unusual sleep experiences, vivid symbolism, time distortions, visitations from guides normally inaccessible to conscious awareness. The Galactic Federation recommends setting clear intentions before sleep regarding questions you seek clarity on. The window between consciousness states, the hypnagogic and hypnopompic phases, will carry particularly clear transmissions tonight and tomorrow morning. Mercury's forward motion from tomorrow initiates what ancient astrologers called the quickening, an accelerated manifestation period when thoughts crystallize into experience with minimal delay. This phenomenon intensifies as Mercury picks up speed between April 8th and April 16th. The neural pathways cleared during retrograde now function as superconductive channels for consciousness manifestation. Your thought hygiene becomes paramount, limiting exposure to fear-based information systems while consciously directing attention toward desired experiences. The Galactic Federation has observed that Mercury station points often correlate with synchronistic encounters, meetings that seem random, but serve profound evolutionary purposes. Communications received between April 8th and April 10th may carry far greater significance than immediately apparent. Messages from unexpected sources might contain precisely the information your soul has been seeking. Casual conversations could reveal solutions to long-standing challenges. Maintain heightened awareness around all communications during this window. Those experiencing physical symptoms during Mercury station, headaches, visual changes, sleep disruptions, heightened sensitivity to electronic devices, are undergoing accelerated pineal recalibration. The pineal gland serves as primary receiver for cosmic intelligence streams, and Mercury directly influences its functionality. If experiencing discomfort, natural remedies supporting the pineal gland prove especially effective now. Filtered water, reduced blue light exposure, brief sunlight, immersion during morning hours, and foods rich in antioxidants that cross the blood-brain barrier. Mercury's direct station coincides with a critical phase in Earth's vibrational ascension timeline. The information clarity emerging tomorrow feeds directly into the approaching full moon in Virgo on April 12th, which itself activates healing codes through the Spica star alignment. The progression from Mercury, direct to Virgo full moon, to Venus direct on April 13th, creates a 10-day window of exceptional manifestation potential, specifically for healing antiquated thought emotion, patterns that have limited humanity's evolution. The Galactic Federation recognizes your participation in this cosmic moment as far from accidental. Your presence on Earth during this particular Mercury retrograde cycle was arranged with meticulous precision by your soul council. The challenges you've navigated since Mercury turned retrograde in March weren't random inconveniences, but specific initiatory experiences designed to activate dormant consciousness capacities. The clarity arriving tomorrow represents the culmination of this carefully orchestrated process. As Mercury completes its retrograde journey, take a moment to acknowledge the wisdom you've gained through reviewing, reconsidering, and re-examining aspects of your life that required fresh perspective. The retrograde cycle never simply returns you to your previous position. It spirals consciousness to a higher integration point, incorporating elements from the past into a more evolved present understanding. Tomorrow doesn't merely restore normal communications, it establishes an entirely new baseline for how your consciousness processes information. The Mercury retrograde, concluding tomorrow, carried specialized coding related to truth discernment, distinguishing between information that liberates consciousness and information designed to limit perception. As Mercury stations direct, you may experience sudden clarity about which news sources, social connections, or thought systems genuinely serve your highest evolution. Trust these revelations completely. They emerge from weeks of subconscious processing, rather than momentary preference. The hours surrounding Mercury's station direct create exceptional conditions for forgiveness work, particularly forgiving miscommunications, restoring connections strained during retrograde, and releasing attachment to being misunderstood. The station point suspends normal time perception briefly, allowing quantum healing of communication patterns across multiple timelines simultaneously. A single authentic forgiveness practice tomorrow can heal communication patterns extending both backward and forward through your timeline. With Venus still retrograde until April 13th, relationship revelations continue unfolding even as mental clarity returns tomorrow. This creates a remarkably potent window for relationship healing. You'll understand dynamics with unprecedented clarity, while still accessing the deep emotional processing Venus retrograde facilitates. Conversations initiated between April 8th and April 13th can resolve misunderstandings that have persisted for years, even lifetimes. The Earth's position in space during this Mercury station creates a direct alignment with galactic coordinates the Pleiadian astronomers call the Speaker's Corridor, a region of intensified clarity specifically affecting the throat chakra and its corresponding brain centers. Many starseeds will experience unusual sensations in the throat area tomorrow. Subtle pressure, energetic movement, or even spontaneous toning. These symptoms indicate activation of higher dimensional communication capacities as Mercury stations direct. Tomorrow's station direct coincides with Mercury's shadow exit phase, which ancient astrologers called the unveiling. Information intentionally hidden during retrograde, both in your personal sphere and in collective systems, emerges with surprising speed after the station direct. Secrets prove increasingly difficult to maintain. Transparency becomes the path of least resistance. This unveiling serves the highest good, revealing precisely what requires attention for healing and transformation. The Galactic Federation has observed that this particular Mercury retrograde targeted outdated agreements in the collective consciousness, belief, systems about what constitutes truth, who controls information flow, and how knowledge should be distributed. As Mercury stations direct, watch for revelations that challenge established information hierarchies. Your own role in creating new, Models of transparent communication may become suddenly clear as Mercury moves forward. The dream state tonight represents the final phase of Mercury's retrograde reprogramming sequence. The retrograde itself altered your subconscious information processing systems, clearing outdated neural pathways while establishing new connections between previously separated knowledge domains. Tonight's dreams complete this rewiring process, integrating the changes into your permanent consciousness structure. Recording these dreams provides a valuable reference as the direct station's clarity emerges tomorrow. Mercury's station direct while the moon continues waxing creates what ancient mystery schools called the ascending bridge, a period when manifestation power increases daily toward the full moon. The thoughts clarified at Mercury's station, direct tomorrow, gain momentum as the moon continues waxing, reaching full manifestation potential at the April 12th full moon. This ascending bridge period rewards consistent focus on desired outcomes, rather than scattered attention across multiple possibilities. The Pleiadian-Sirian-Arcturian Alliance, working in concert with the Galactic Federation, has monitored this Mercury retrograde cycle with particular interest because it activates specific genetic sequences related to humanity's communication, evolution. As Mercury stations direct, these genetic activations complete their initial phase, establishing new potentials in the collective consciousness field. Some individuals may experience spontaneous expansions in communication ability, increased writing flow, speaking clarity, or intuitive understanding of previously confusing subjects. The cosmic intelligence orchestrating Earth's ascension timeline arranged this Mercury station direct to precisely predecessor the full moon in Virgo on April 12th, creating maximum healing potential. Mercury governs Virgo, meaning that Mercury's clarity feeds directly into the illumination potential of the approaching full moon. The retrograde cleared obstacles to healing. The direct station initiates the healing process. The full moon brings that healing to completion. You stand at the beginning of this powerful sequence. As Mercury stations direct tomorrow, maintain awareness that the initial clarity may feel overwhelming after weeks of retrograde fog. The contrast between retrograde confusion and direct station clarity often triggers temporary disorientation, similar to entering a brightly lit room after prolonged darkness. The Galactic Federation recommends gentle integration practices during the first 48 hours after the station direct: nature immersion, reduced information consumption, and conscious breathing, to stabilize your nervous system as it adapts to accelerated information processing. The Mercury retrograde, concluding tomorrow, correlated with significant disruptions in Earth's technological systems, not as random inconveniences, but as necessary recalibrations. These disruptions revealed dangerous dependencies within human consciousness, over-reliance on external information systems at the expense of intuitive knowing. As Mercury stations direct, you may experience a profound shift in how you balance technological tools with inner guidance, external data with heart-centered discernment. Tonight represents the final hours of Mercury's retrograde journey, a journey that guided your consciousness backward through recent experiences to extract deeper meaning, reclaim overlooked wisdom, and reconcile unintegrated lessons. Rather than pushing impatiently toward tomorrow's clarity, honor these final retrograde hours through contemplative practice. The wisdom integrated during these final hours becomes the foundation for whatever new directions emerge after the station direct. The Galactic Federation extends profound appreciation for your conscious participation in this Mercury retrograde cycle. Your willingness to navigate communication challenges, technological disruptions, and mental recalibration contributes directly to humanity's collective evolution. The clarity emerging tomorrow serves not merely your individual path, but ripples outward, contributing to the information clarity desperately needed in Earth's ascension process. Your personal Mercury direct breakthrough creates ripples affecting countless others through consciousness field resonance. As the final hours of Mercury retrograde unfold, the Galactic Federation of Light surrounds your energy field with stabilizing frequencies, supporting your transition through this significant consciousness gateway. Trust the process completely. The clarity emerging tomorrow has been earned through weeks of patient navigation through retrograde terrain. You stand at the threshold of a remarkable breakthrough in how your consciousness processes, integrates, and expresses information. A breakthrough that serves both your individual evolution and the collective awakening unfolding on Earth.